Hello Year 9, it's Miss Hopkins here. I'm going to be talking you through the child development course that is available for you to choose to study at GCSE, so that's Year 10 and 11. Currently on the course you have myself, so Miss Hopkins teaching, and potentially if we get 2 groups next year, Mrs Green will also be teaching on the course. The course is new for this year, so for yourself, so it's been updated and it's a completely new specification which will be delivered to you from September this year. So because it is a new spec, we have new units that we have chosen to study. So in Year 10 you will be studying how to create a safe environment and understanding the nutritional needs of children from birth to 5 years old. So that'll be the first half of Year 10. Then in the second half of Year 10 you will be studying and looking at understanding the development of a child from 1 to 5 years. And then in Year 11 you have just one unit to study, so that will take the whole of Year 11, and that is looking at health and well-being for child development. So in a little bit more detail then, the units you'll study in Year 10, so RA 58, which was creating a safe environment and the nutritional needs of children from birth to 5 years. So there are 3 topic areas that you will look at, and that's broken down into creating a safe environment in a childcare setting, choosing suitable equipment for a childcare setting, and looking at the nutritional needs of children from birth to 5 years. So this will look at everything from the environments in which children are looked after in, so nurseries, schools, preschools, childminders, and we will look at how we can make those areas safe, so the safety equipment that we need to use, the play equipment, how we can make that safe, play areas. We will then look at the other equipment that you may need to use when you are in a childcare setting, so things like prams, car seats, feeding equipment, and we will look at how we can assess those to make sure we are using the right equipment with the children that we have. And then we will look at the nutritional needs of children from birth to 5 years, so looking at when we start weaning babies off milk and how we can do that safely, and then how we can progress their eating and make sure they're eating healthily as they grow. The second unit then that you'll look at in Year 10 is RO 59, and that is understanding the development of a child from 1 to 5 years. So 4 topic areas in this unit. So we'll start off by looking at the physical, intellectual and social developmental norms of children from 1 to 5 years. So these are the typical things that we expect to see as a child develops in between these ages. We will then look at the different stages and types of play. So as children get older, how will they be playing? What would their play look like? And how is this play, when encouraged, going to benefit their development? You then get to do a bit of a practical element in this unit. So we will go out and hopefully we will go into a local primary school with a nursery attached, and we will observe the development of children from 1 to 5 years. So we'll look at how their development and things that they are doing and they're able to do are different from 1 to 5. We will then plan an activity for a child, so you'll get to choose whether it's a 1-year-old or a 5-year-old, 3-year-old, it's up to you. You will then plan an activity for that specific child to target a chosen area of development. So one of those developmental areas that we've looked at, you'll then plan an activity and evaluate how well that activity would help them in the development of that area. So those 2 units, RO 58 and RO 59, they will take you right to the end of Year 10. So by the end of Year 10 you will have finished both of those units. Going into Year 11 then, you just have the 1 unit, which is an exam unit, and that will take us from September all the way to your exam, which is usually at the end of May, beginning of June. So 4 topic areas for this unit. We look at preconception, health and reproduction. So looking at what a mother and father need to be doing before they think about having a baby or trying for a baby to get themselves as healthy as possible. And then we look at how babies are conceived and how they develop throughout pregnancy. And then we look at antenatal care and preparation for birth. So what tests and what care is available for pregnant mothers, and how can we support mums to be and dads to be in the preparation for birth. We then move on to look at postnatal checks, postnatal care and the conditions for development. So we look at what things the doctors and nurses will be checking the baby for once it is born. So the midwife, they'll do some tests on the baby to make sure it's healthy, and then if there is any care that needs to be provided for the baby, it will be identified from there. And then we look at the conditions. So once baby is at home, what conditions does it need to develop normally, or as we would expect a baby to develop. Then finally we look at childhood illnesses, so the common illnesses that most of us get when we're children, and the signs and symptoms and how to look after a child if they have one of these illnesses. And then we also look at how we can keep a child safe in the home and online. So those are your 3 units. So why study child development then? Child development is a really interesting and exciting subject. So this is only the 2nd year that the course has been back. We reintroduced it last year and it was really popular, and the current cohort are really enjoying their studies. So it's really exciting, it's a really interesting subject, and you get to look at lots of different areas of child development. So we look at pregnancy and reproduction, but then we also look at children as they develop and as they grow. And it's really beneficial, the subject, if you are interested in going into a career as a nursery nurse or a midwife or a nurse or even a teacher. So how will you be assessed then? So in year 10, both of the units, so RO 58 and RO 59, are both coursework units. So they are both worth a total of 60 marks and make up 30% each of the course. So in total, at the end of year 10, you will have completed 60% of the course. Your exam then in year 11 is worth 40% of the course, and that is the only thing you have to study for in year 11. And then by May, beginning of June in year 11, you will be finished, you'll be complete, your qualification will be done. So the course is a Cambridge National, so slightly different to a GCSE in the terms of the grades that you can achieve. And on the screen now just shows you how the grades align with the GCSE's grades, so you can convert over the grades and what you would be expecting to see when you get your work and your coursework back and your exams back. You will, instead of seeing a number like you will in maths and English, you will see a level 2 distinction, distinction star, merit, pass, etc. So as I've already said, there's loads of different career opportunities from studying child development. It can lead on to a lot of exciting careers. Nursery nursing, teaching, midwifery, children's nursing and social work. So if you would like any more information, please feel free to speak to myself or Mrs. Green, and we will do our best to answer any questions. You can also speak to some of our year 10 students who are currently studying child development to see what they think of the course. Or you can click on the link below, which will take you directly to the website for all the information for the new specification that you would be starting in September 2022.